And we are live again. I'm going to let you guys all start coming in the room because we have another special guest in the house. Let's make sure we're showing up live. Let's make sure we're showing up live. This gives us time to also get our notebooks ready because this is another fiery interview for Purpose Week. We have a couple more days and Purpose Week is going to be here. It looks like we are live. So come on in, share this video with a friend. We have a special guest in the house. He's been with the Empowerment Conference for 3 years, and he's going to be back again this year, or this will be the third year, I believe. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Let's welcome him to the stage. We have Pastor Torrey coming to the stage, also a doctor. Okay. Hey, there he is. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. I'm excited to be on. Yes.
Thank you so much for coming on. We're talking about purpose, and that's always a good hot topic. That always gives me a lot of good energy. We got people already coming in the room. I see y'all. Hi, Miss Diana from Abundance Nation. Thank you for coming in. We'll pop your comments on the screen if you have any questions as well too, because we're talking to the next coach tonight. What's next? Who's next? What's next? What we're doing next? Say hello to them. Let them know who you are, where you're from. Tell them a little bit about yourself, Pastor.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I am from Oklahoma City. I'm right in Oklahoma City. I'm local right here in Oklahoma City. I pastor Ignite Church Global. Church Global, it's church that we're dedicated to helping you elevate, equip, and empowering you to live out your Christ identity. Real big on the fact of you living the identity that God has called you, created you, designed you to live. I am a person who went from finding out my senior year of high school, the week of graduation, that I wasn't graduating. Thought for much of my life that I was going to be a failure, that I wasn't going to be able to do anything great. So I tell people all the time, I went from a GED to a global world changer. And so I'm excited to be here with you on this call today. So thank you for having me.
Yes. What a story. What a story. Saying that we can start from wherever we are. It doesn't matter. It's about that mindset. It's about that mindset.
Yes.
Man, we're going to have to dig deeper there because that is so good. A lot of us sometimes get stuck thinking, you know what? I can't because this person, the transcript didn't say it. They didn't give me that paperwork. I don't have a piece of paper. Hold on. We have Ignite Church Global in the room, in the house. Thank y'all so much for joining. Ignite Church. Let's get lit. Let's get ignited. Okay.
Let's
get ignited. Let's get that fire going. So you're going to be at the conference. This will be your third year, right?
Wow. Yes. I'm excited. I'm honored that Pastor Kelly invited me for a third year. I always tell people this: if you get invited once, that's pretty good. You get invited once, you on. You get invited twice. Oh my goodness, you doing it. But you get invited a third time. Oh man,
come on now.
Yeah, you in there. You get invited a third time.
Come on now. That means you are dropping some really good gems, and you've been really doing this work for so long in the community. This is your home, and you have been pouring in, not only at this conference, but in so many ways. There's so many ways that you give back to people, because there's also the martial arts side, right?
Yep.
Can you tell them a little bit about that?
I can, yes. I've been doing martial arts since I was 5 years old. I was introduced to martial arts by a cousin, and then it just happens that my next door neighbor who moves in was also owner of a martial arts school. And he just kind of took me under his wing for a while and started training me. Then I connected with another school from that point. So I've been doing martial arts for over 40 years. I'm a 7th degree black belt. 7th degree, 10 degrees is all you can get. I'm a 7th degree black belt. And so it's been an incredible journey. And that journey through martial arts is really what gave me a lot of the discipline, the self-control, the ability to fight back. And when I say fight back, there's what we call the tenets of Taekwondo, One of those is honesty, integrity is one, self-control, and perseverance. And the last one is called indomitable spirit. Indomitable spirit means that you may lose a fight, but you never lose the will to fight. In other words, I'll always get back up to fight again. And so those things that were installed into me as a martial artist are what I really take into every area of my life, everything that I do, from ministry to business to everything. And so that's what martial arts has been to me. It's been an amazing journey for me. So, yeah.
Wow. Like Miss Diana said, you have a disciplined consciousness.
Oh, I like that. Discipline.
A big wow. You have a disciplined consciousness.
I like that.
Yes, that's really good. So that I love how you say it is incorporated to everything that you do. What you learn to do in martial arts is incorporated. And I think that takes us back to what you said in the beginning. You did not graduate, but then you still had to realize that this doesn't define me.
Yeah.
How hard was it you recognizing that? What did it take for you to switch your mindset and to keep going to what was next after that?
Yeah. So for much of my adult life, I was stuck. Here's what I tell people, because I walk into an office my senior year of graduation, my senior year of high school. I walk into an office. I tell the counselor that there has to be some kind of mistake. They said my name wasn't on the list for graduation. The counselor looks at me and says, yeah, you're not graduating. This is how I found out that I wasn't graduating. And so I'm at this desk. He says, yeah, you're not graduating. And here's the fact. I was stuck at that desk for many years of my life. I was feeling like a failure, feeling like feeling embarrassed. I was stuck there for much of my adult life. Anything that I would try to do, I would try to go do something great, but I would come back to that desk in my mind and hear those words, yeah, you're not graduating. I would try to start a martial arts school, and the school couldn't be as successful as it should have been because I would go back to that desk, hear the words, you're not graduating. It was until I was sitting on the couch. I was in Stillwater, Oklahoma. I was sitting on the couch, and I heard the speakers begin to say the most amazing thing. His name was Dr. Miles Monroe. Most of y'all know who that is.
Wow, yes.
He said something that changed the game for me. He said, the greatest tragedy of life is not death. The greatest tragedy of life is life without purpose. And when he said that, that was the game changer, because I realized that my issue had nothing to do with graduation. It had nothing to do with accomplishments that I've done. It had everything to do with me discovering my purpose. And that's when I became irrationally passionate about discovering purpose. And that's what I did. I went on a hunt to discover purpose.
Wow. A hunt to discover purpose. If you're looking to discover your purpose and to be inspired, you need to be in the building.
Gotta
get in the building at this conference so you can meet Pastor Tori, so you can hear from him, so you can be empowered and find out how you can get to your next. What an empowering story. I was still stuck there at the desk. Man, that is what really sits with me, because I know so many times we are stuck at certain positions and we might not even realize it, that we're still replaying what someone else told us, what someone else said, and not moving forth in that purpose. So, okay, now you're living in purpose. What is that? What does that everyday life look like when a person is living in purpose? What is our everyday telling us, showing us?
So first of all, it's very important to understand this. Purpose is not a place you arrive. It's not a thing you do, but it's a journey you take. So for instance, there was a point in my life that I was a musician. I played keyboard, led worship. That was the journey of purpose for me. Then I went from there to now what I'm doing. I'm pastoring. I'm leading people. This is a journey to purpose. I don't play anymore. I don't play keyboard anymore. But now I am in a space of pastoring, leading people, traveling. This is a part of my purpose. So oftentimes people think purpose is a place you arrive. It's like, I can get to this place, I'm in purpose. But they don't realize purpose is not that. Purpose is a journey. And if, as long as you're staying on this journey, what that looks like, what that feels like is that in this place I'm in, I'm finding fulfillment. This next place I'm in, I'm finding fulfillment. When I was a musician, I was fulfilled in that area right there. During that time of playing the keys and playing for churches, I was in fulfillment. But there came to a point that I started getting what one writer calls holy discontent.
Woo!
Holy discontent.
Woo! Write that one down. Okay.
That's where you go from being fulfilled to come into this place of saying, wait a minute, there's got to be more. There's got to be something else. And what happens is then you go into the discovery to find that something else. And then when you find that, for me, it's pastoring. But here's what I'm aware of. I won't be pastoring forever. There's a moment when that journey will change. Oh God, that's too much. I'm giving y'all, I'm giving y'all too much already.
He's the next coach, ladies and gentlemen. He's the next coach. That's right. Because there's a moment where that new challenge is calling. And sometimes we want to sit in that comfort zone and got like, okay, enough here. Now it's time to make that move. So for those people who are in that time, they're comfortable there. There's other people who love them staying right there. There's somebody who might be playing the music and it's time to switch because that is a leap. Can we talk about that leap of making that transition? Because does music keep calling you back? Do you still, there's sometimes like, okay, I could go back, or do you keep staying here? How do we do that?
Yeah, here's the beautiful thing. The beautiful thing is I can still play the keyboard. It's a beautiful thing. I can still play the keyboard. But while I'm playing that, and sometimes I have had to play, I've had to cover in service before. When I'm doing that, I'm doing it, but I'm in that moment because it's an assignment, but I recognize that it's still not the purpose for my life. So if I was to get stuck there, for instance, when it was time for me to pastor, there were people that literally said to me, why are you going to go pastor? You play so good. Somebody once told me, they said, oh yeah, you're going to go pastor a church, but whenever that don't work, come on back over here to this organ. Because people always want to keep you stuck in the place they found you. Right. So they don't want you to make that journey into pastoring or to whatever your purpose, that purpose journey is for you. There is this point when you have to get uncomfortable. Your next level is always on the other side of your comfort zone. You have to get uncomfortable. I was comfortable playing the keyboard. Here's something that most people don't know about me. At times, I am a hyper introvert. I am introverted to the highest degree. And I can go into a shell and I can not say nothing. Like I remember going to Africa, and I went to Africa and I spoke and no one came with me. I went on this trip by myself. And so I was in Africa. Most people spoke Swahili. So I was the only one speaking English. I didn't have to talk to a whole lot of people. I loved my 2 weeks of being by myself. I didn't have to talk to a whole lot of people. It was heaven on earth, right? So I can be this high. When I was growing up, people who know me growing up, they'll tell you I was one of the kids that hardly ever talked. Like I would hardly ever talk. So me preaching and even doing this right now is kind of weird. It's supernatural. But here's the thing. My comfort zone said you have safety and security behind the keyboard. You don't have to talk. People hardly even have to look at you. You have safety behind the keyboard. You have the board in front of you. You got safety there. But listen to me. I want people to get this, that you can never completely fulfill your destiny and your purpose by being safe.
Come on.
There comes this point in your life that you have to live dangerous. Yeah.
Well, I should be seeing the fire emojis, right? Fire emojis, because that's fire. It's true. We got to get in the danger.
Drop the fire up. Drop the fire. Come on.
Drop the fire emojis.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see some Swahili in the comments. Hugh Jumbo. Yes. Yes. Safiwe. All right. Yeah.
Come on. Some fire. Thank you, guys, for the fire. Getting into the danger zone. getting comfortable in the danger zone.
Yeah.
Getting okay with just, I'm gonna just be out here. This is where I'm
So
gonna be.
here's why that's important. Because
Okay.
think about this. Our mind is actually designed to keep us safe. So every time you begin to push on your comfort zone, you begin to stretch, you begin to say, I'm going to go do something I never done before. Internally, your mind says, stay safe. Fear is actually an alert system. It's actually fear is actually natural. It's actually a natural thing. Now, God's not giving us a spirit of fear. The spirit of fear is something different. But fear is actually a alarm system telling you that you are now tampering with what you're used to. You're tampering with where you're comfortable. You're tampering with where you've been feeling safe. So if you're working a job and you get this holy discontent to go become an entrepreneur, internally that fear is going to come up and say, no, don't do that. You're comfortable working a 9 to 5. You're comfortable with your salary. Don't jump. Fear tells you to do that. But there comes this point in your life that you have to say, you know what? When I talk about living dangerous, that's what I mean. That you say, I've been over here in the safety zone, but I've only been getting safe results. Oh, goodness, I'm about to throw my whole book.
Woo!
You only get safe results. But there's a moment when you step out of that safety zone because I want to get a different kind of result than I've been getting. And these safe results have created a safe life. And the safe life is not going to be safe. Lives are not, people who stay safe are not extraordinary. You keep this ordinary kind of system, this normal, this mediocre kind of system when you stay in the safe zone. But I'm telling you, I need the people listening to catch this, that we're coming into a moment when staying safe is going to keep you broke. Staying safe is going to keep you single. Oh, y'all don't want to talk in here. Y'all don't talk in here. Staying safe is going to keep you small, going to keep your life small, going to keep everything about you small, right? Staying safe. So you got to get out of that thing. You got to be like, you know what? I'm going to take the chance. I'm just going to jump. Yeah.
And we have a question. She said, would fear be considered a defense mechanism? And I think that's what you were just even explaining.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's natural.
Yeah, it's definitely a defense mechanism. Yeah, it wants to keep you safe. It wants to keep you in this place. And that's what's so important that people understand about fear, that fear is a natural response to a perceived danger. It is a natural response to a perceived danger. But while we're talking about fear, the fact is this: there's only two fears that are normal, that are natural. There's only two things that you're afraid of that are natural. Two things you're born with, two fears. That's what I'll say. Two fears that you're born with, only two. That is falling and loud sounds. Everything else you're afraid of, you were taught. Yeah, the only two fears that are natural that you're born with are falling and loud sounds. Everything else, not only were you taught, you were programmed to fear it. So we were programmed to fear stepping out and trusting ourselves and doing entrepreneurship. You're taught that.
Oh, for sure.
You're taught it. So everything is programmed. The whole system of the world is a fear programming system. And it's programming you to stay in your comfort zone. Don't jump. Don't take the risk. Don't do something don't do that. That's a quick get rich quick scheme. Don't try that. They're just gonna take all your money. I got a mentor of mine that says this: you better hope it's a get rich quick scheme, because you don't have time to get rich slow.
Say that. Come on now. That's like they said, we need to fast track it.
Hey, listen, you ain't got time to get rich slow. You better do it fast. Yes.
We better put some speed on it. I see the questions coming in. I'm loving it. I hope you guys have shared this video. Let me see. Does this take you back to the enslaved? Talk to them, I'm afraid. And they were kind of touching on this yesterday. I see another question. She says, does this take you back to the enslaved, where the slave master talked to them to be afraid, and that's why they would not move forward to be free.
Okay, check it out. That's a great insight, great question. But think about this. Most people, your slave master is yourself.
Woo!
Okay.
Woo! Let me drink the water. Ooh!
Yeah. Yeah, your slave
Free
master.
us, help us. Tell us what you mean. Help us.
Yeah, because you're telling yourself to stay in captivity. You're telling yourself you're not good enough to move forward. Think about it. The unfortunate slavery concept was telling people that they were not good enough to do something greater. You're less than a person. So that's why you got to work in this field. Here's the reality. And listen, now the only person that matters that's telling us that we're less than is ourselves. And when God opens up an opportunity, you say, nope, you're less than. You can't do that. Nope, you're not capable of doing that. Nope, you don't have the degree to do that. Nope, you don't have the experience. Nope, you're the wrong. We have sold ourselves. I don't know if they're ready for this. We have sold ourselves on underprivileged. Woo! And we have told ourselves, because I'm certain color, I'm underprivileged, so I got to watch them succeed. That's the biggest lie of the enemy.
Come on now. Lies. We are getting in our own way. And I want to just insert there, I'm sorry to myself. It's okay to apologize to yourself.
Come on.
And then to switch and say, you know what? Now I realize I'm doing this to myself. Let me go ahead and move to next.
Yes.
Let me move to next. I'm ready to move my mindset to next. Can you give us 2 quick tips? Y'all got to come to the conference to get it all. But tonight we're going to get 2 quick tips that y'all can hang on to till you can get there on 11/11. He's going to be there on Saturday, 11/11. Put that on your calendar. Hey, 11, put 11. It on your Palm Pilot.
It's got to be prophetic some kind of way.
Hello, that's what I just noticed today. I said 11/11.
Yes.
On 11/11, we're going to be getting all this empowerment. But what would be 2 tips that I would be saying to myself? You know what? I have been getting in my own way. Now, what do I need to do to move on to my next?
Yeah. So the first thing is that you have to become a different person, because who you are got you where you are. Right. So in order to go to this next, you got to become a next person. You got to become the person that can get there. And so to add to that and make it number 2, exposure is the key to help you. That's one thing, exposure. So this has been probably the most important thing of my life over the last 6 years, is maybe even longer than that. But over the last several years, getting exposed to things, because there was a point when my wife and I, we were living the basic middle-class life. We were doing pretty decent, making pretty decent middle-class kind of money, doing the middle-class thing, driving the middle-class cars, the Range Rovers, the Hummers, the whole deal. And we hit a financial wall and finances crashed. I'm talking about getting repoed. I'm talking about being in foreclosure every single month. I'm talking about, listen, we were not living from paycheck to paycheck. We were living from negative balance to negative balance.
Come on now. Come on.
Listen, help us. We had mastered knowing how to take the money out the ATM just in enough time before they hit the account.
Lordy.
Come on, listen.
He's helping somebody. Somebody, come on. Thank you for the transparency. Oh, Lord
listen,
Jesus.
We mastered it. And it was like, it got to a point. And I want to be clear. I'm pastoring at this time. Yeah, I want to be clear. I'm pastoring. I'm preaching the gospel of the kingdom. And I'm living from negative balance to negative balance, not knowing what to do from month to month. I'm telling you. And I was thinking, I'm preaching this. I'm confessing. I believe this word. What is wrong? What is stopping me from breaking loose? And I realized I was underexposed. I hadn't been exposed to the next level. And oftentimes we're going to get to the next level without being exposed to the next level. I hadn't been exposed to better finances. I hadn't been exposed to that.
Ooh.
And so the moment we got exposed, it was the game changer.
Wow.
When we started getting in rooms of people were making in a month money that I only heard of in a year. I'm like, I remember the first time I heard somebody say, they was like, oh yeah, I did 40K. And I was like, oh yeah, 40K a year. Okay. I mean, in Oklahoma, that's pretty cool. If you was in Oklahoma, you'd be all right. It was like, a year? I did that last month. What are you talking about?
Come on.
I was like, oh. Okay. But here's what I want you to get, because I talked about the slave mentality and that whole deal, and limiting ourselves because of what we look like. Not only did I get in rooms of people who were doing extraordinary things, I got in rooms of people that look like me that were doing extraordinary things. That was the difference for me. When I started seeing people that look like me, people that had GEDs at the time, people that been to prison. I ain't never been to prison, but people that been to prison, people that are whatever kind of life you can think of. When I started seeing them and they were doing stuff that was just unheard of, I said, if they can do it, I can do it.
Yes.
If they can break loose, I can break loose. There's nothing can hold me back anymore. Too many people are underexposed. And so we talk about, I want to live in purpose and I want to live in greatness, but the only conversations you have are with people that are living mediocrity. You only have average conversations with average people. And so the conversations you're having they're not stretching you. As a matter of fact, your conversations keep you safe.
Come on now. Come on now.
I got to go. I got to go myself right there.
Come on now. Come on now.
You talking about out of one breath, you talking about, I want this. Oh, I want to have 6 figures, 7 figures. Oh, I want to get my business global, all this stuff. But you're talking to people who only understand you talking about a global 7-figure business, but you only talk to employees.
Now, come on now.
It does not work.
Come on now.
You'll never break loose. You'll never break through. You got to get in rooms and environments where people will stretch you.
Yes.
They will stretch you. If you're always the number one in the room, then you're eventually going to decrease.
Yes.
If you're always the top in the room, if you're always the one with the biggest conversation, eventually you're going to plateau. That's the word I'm looking for. You're going to plateau. You're not going to grow. So I'm intentional about getting into rooms with people who are so much further than me that it scares me.
Yes. I
remember we used to, when we started flying to events and things like that, again, when we, in our broke time, I'm telling you, we used to struggle to fly. We used to struggle to go places. I'm telling you, struggle. We was on a struggle bus. And so I remember it was so bad. We showed up at a hotel. We were able to get to the place, showed up at the hotel, and didn't have the money to even pay the deposit for the hotel. And we're just sitting out in the lobby like, man, I don't know what we gonna do. We had to call somebody. Look, we need to get in this hotel room. Can you help us? All this kind of stuff. It was bad. And I remember when we started getting this exposure and God started blessing us, and we're flying, whenever we want to fly, and we get to a place, and one of our friends was there, and they were like, and they got up on the stage, and we're her friend and everything, my wife, and they got on stage like, my friends, they only fly first class, and we was in the back of the plane getting there. We was all the way to the last seat in the back, and I was just sitting there. Oh Lord, she telling everybody her friends fly first class. Lord, help us in this place. But what it does, it was exposure. What happened is we said, okay, cool. If we got people in our life that are at that level, we got to step it up. Boom, we step it up. It's crazy. We step it up. Start flying first class. And we happy now. Oh yeah, we flying first class. We sitting at a table at an event in Florida. We sitting at a table with a group of people, and we excited. Oh yeah, we flew first class down here. And they started talking about, oh well, I flew on the Gulfstream down here. Which jet did you fly on? Oh yeah, I had. And I'm like, oh Lord, here we go. Here's my point. My point is that there are levels to the exposure.
It's true.
So you get exposed to one thing. Don't stop. There are levels more. Because now we're hungry for something else. There's another desire. Now we realize, okay, there's still more we can accomplish. I'm using flying as an example, but you can put whatever you want to put into that category.
It's true.
Whatever you want to put. You put fitness into that category. The most fit I've been in a long time was when I was a part of a nutrition company. And the reason is because I was always exposed to people getting in shape.
It's true.
The moment I got out of that industry, you're already laughing at me. The moment I got out of the industry, everything changed.
Right? You said, let me go join a Facebook community. It's true, but being around those people, that's the same way. I had a roommate. She was really into fitness. I mean, I'm telling you, we was up in the morning doing our workout thing, and you don't realize support matters. Being around other people supporting you, but that same thing applies with our purpose. When we're moving into that next, it applies to us getting around those coaches. You also have books as well too. Tell them about your books. You have books, right?
Yes, absolutely. I have 2 published books. I have several other books and ebooks that are available as well. But the 2 published books, one is Lord, Teach Me How to Fish. I had to think about it. Lord, Teach Me How to Fish, Breaking the Spirit of Poverty Off Your Life. That was the first one that I had published. Incredible book. If you need a book on how to just change the mindset around money and around value, it comes from the concept of Jesus telling Peter to go pull a fish out the water, and there's money in the mouth of the fish. The concept in the book is that the fish represents purpose. And once you really get into your purpose, you open the mouth of your purpose, and there's money in the mouth.
Somebody, come on. That is so good. That is so good, because a lot of us are, like you said, going back to tied to that mentality of working those jobs because you got that every 2 weeks check coming in. You have that fear, but not realizing that your gifts, your purpose, it's all calling you. And God, we're a guide, guys. He provides.
Yes.
He provides for us. It is in the mouth of the fish. Where's the fish emoji? I see a lot of fire emojis. Find that fish emoji, guys, too.
It's a fish.
Find that fish emoji. The fish equals the purpose.
Yes. Go find your purpose and pull it out.
Your purpose and pull it out.
Yeah.
And it's a journey. Stay in the fish. Oh, I see some cute
There we go. There's some fish.
I see you, fishies. Yeah. I see you, fishies. We got blue fish, orange fish, green fish, blue fish. That sounds like a Dr. Seuss little novel there. We got a shark in the house. Come on, sharks. Come on, sharks. Come on, sharks. And tell them about the session that you're going to be giving first you got to tell them how can they get the books. First, we got to know that.
The other book is Go Next. You can get that on what do you call it? Amazon. Go Next. Okay. Shipping you from your now to your next. Now, that's important because your now is where you're stuck. Your next is where you're going. It's where you really desire to be. So that book actually gives you step-by-step tools and principles to help you break free and get to that next. We deal with the mindset in that book. We did all kinds of things, your belief system in that book. So that one is the newest book. And that one is on Amazon. Lord, Teach Me How to Fish. I'll have some copies of that one at the conference. So you got to come to the conference to get that one. You got to be there.
Be in the house. Being in the house matters. Being in the building matters. It's going to be a very, very impactful day. I'm so excited. Go Next. That's right. I'm loving it on Amazon. That's right, guys. Make sure you guys support. And you can come and get even more wisdom, more tools, more inspirational, more from his story, more from his journey. The transparency is what's most impactful. I just love how you tell your story, because that is what really helps us recognize the humanness in us all. We all have a story, and sharing your story is what really moves us. And I like that you said too, is in the journey, because the young man that was standing at that desk knows how to talk to another person who's still standing at their desk. And that's, how your pain turned into your purpose. So that's one part I think sometimes we don't realize, like, this situation is doing something for me. How would you describe that? Because, when it's painful, it's just painful. We don't like the pain. When we train it, we don't like the pain, but it is doing something for us. Can we talk about that, for how we take that pain into a place of gratitude?
Yeah, it's all perspective. It's all how you look at it. Here's the fact. The fact is everybody's going to go through life, something in life. Everybody's going to have a disappointment. Everybody's going to lose something. Everybody's going to go through something in life. What makes the difference is your perspective. You can either perceive this as something that's going to take me out, or you can perceive this as something that's going to take me up. You can perceive this as a loss, or you can perceive it as a lesson. You get to choose how you perceive it. As a matter of fact, you get to choose what you name it. Here's a fact. There's pain with everything. What do I mean? There's pain of being the same, and there's pain of change. The question is, which pain do you want to choose? Most people choose the pain of being the same. And they just get comfortable with the pain of being the same. Rather than saying, I'm going to go ahead and go through the pain of change.
Yes.
When I hurt my leg not long ago, doing some martial arts, as a matter of fact, throwing some kicks I shouldn't be throwing at this point in my life. and I hurt my leg, my hamstring, and it was painful to walk. And I went to the stretch place, and they had to stretch me, and it was painful to stretch.
Dang.
And the lady said to me, she says that the stretch tech, I think is what they call it. She says, here's the thing. You can either continue to walk with this pain, or you can stretch this pain out.
Woo!
Which one are you going to choose?
Which one?
My God. Hey.
Which one?
Which one are you going to choose?
Y'all better go ahead and stretch your fingers to that website, kellybutler.org. Sign up. Let me make sure I'm saying it right. It's in the caption. It's in the description above or below this video. Stretch into that change. Stretch into that new. Put your money where your mouth is. Show where your mentality is. Stretch.
Yes.
Woo! Stretch. You might as well go ahead and do it. And we need you to. We need you to walk in your purpose. We need you. We need you. We want you. We appreciate you. It's a loving act to walk in our purpose. It's self-love to walk in your purpose. It's more comfortable. They make us scared of it, but there is a what did they say? The safest place in the whole wide world is in the wheel.
Come on, somebody. Hey, I feel that.
Where's Karen Clark? Karen Clark. See if we can get Karen. Karen.
Where's she at? Get her on. Can we pull her up? Where's she at?
Put her on the video. Tell her we need her to sing something real quick.
Yeah.
The safest place in the whole wide world is in the will. It's when you know the plan. It's in the intention. It's in the purpose. Guys, I'm so excited. Speaking of purpose, purpose is also about being new. And this year, the conference is at a new location, guys. It is going to be at All Nations.
Oh, yeah.
All Nations Champion Church. All right. There's going to be some champions in the house. And I'm talking about you, ladies and gentlemen. You are a champion. You are a champion who is going to accomplish their purpose, who's going to get everything that they need when they come to this conference this weekend. Y'all going to be intentional. You're going to bring your notebooks because, they say it's something about writing it down too. It's good to type it, but something about writing it down as well. Bring your notebooks because you're going to be getting some good jewels. You want to look back at it and say, man, on 11/11/23, I wrote this down. Oh, what city and state? Great question. This is in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. It's going to be in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The new church address, it's All Nations Champion Church, 4501 North Meridian, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 73112. Pastor Tori, tell them how they can connect more with you as well, too. How can they follow you? How can they connect more?
Yeah, all social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Tori.Montgomery. I think it's Tori.Montgomery on all of them. So you can go and just find me and connect there. I would love for you to be a part of the community and just come and follow. And I'm always dropping messages and content and everything up there. So definitely let's follow me, and YouTube as well. Go to YouTube and subscribe to the pages, all that good stuff. So yeah.
Come on now. An introvert all over the social media platforms, y'all. Y'all see that? Won't he do it? Won't he do it?
Won't he
You see
will?
that?
Come on.
Won't he do it? Okay. Got the whole set, the everything, the mic and everything. Because purpose will do that. It will take us to places that we didn't even realize. It's God's plan. It's God's plans for life. Thank y'all so much in the y'all coming in supporting. They typing out everything. We got people supporting y'all. Come on. Yeah. They not playing. Okay. Thank y'all so much for doing that. We can't wait to see y'all in the building this weekend, Friday night for the free worship experience, on Saturday for the registration required experience. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be about purpose. Final words for the people as we go on to our next. Okay. Final words for the people as we head out. What is your final words for us, Coach?
Yeah, so here's the first thing I would say: get there. That's my first word. Come on! Final words: get in the building. Listen, Friday's gonna be crazy. My guy, my friend, all the way from San Diego, Bishop AJ is gonna be in the house.
Yes.
And listen, Bishop AJ is a different kind of preacher and teacher. That he has this way of pulling this thing out of you, this creativity out of you, this level out of you, that you have to be there. Be in the building, and the worship experience is going to be off the chain. All those that are leading worship, Joshua Hurt, be in the building, all that. It's going to be like insane, right? Insane. So make sure that you are in the building. That's really the setup for what's going to happen on that Saturday. That sets you up spiritually. That builds you up spiritually to get you in a position spiritually and even mentally ready for what's going to happen Saturday. And Saturday, listen, rooms are what changed my life. I talked about exposure. Rooms changed my life. Rooms changed my income. I want y'all to listen to me, y'all. Rooms change my income. Mm-hmm. Get in the room. Make the investment, whatever it is. Invest in yourself. Make the investment. One of my friends says it like this. My friend Delatoro McNeil. He says this. He says, for every new level, it requires a new lanyard. For every new level, it requires a new lanyard. It's Delatoro. He says that. So in other words, you got to get in the room. You got to make the investment. You got to register. You got to get there so that you can change your life. This is what I'm telling Oklahoma City. Don't miss this. Don't miss this. If you got, again, Bishop AJ, you got Prophet Brandon Fleming. Listen. He drops so much fire. He drops so much fire. You want to be in there to hear him. You got other people. I don't know everybody's on the program. I'm just talking to people I know.
Come on now.
That's gonna be dropping.
Come on now.
All right, you got panels. I know my wife is on one of the panels. They're gonna be dropping all kinds of fire. And here's the thing. Here's what I can tell you. I'm teaching a subject from a subject I've never taught before. It's called Tense and Testimonies. Like, all I'm saying is I probably shouldn't teach it because of the value of what you'll get out of it. I probably should save it for my mastermind.
Wow.
But because, Pastor Kelly's been a part of our community for a long time. And because I love my city.
Come on now.
I'm gonna drop some stuff that you probably, honestly, should probably invest at least $50,000 to get it. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. Tense and Testimonies.
Can I get 50,000 in the comments? Somebody put 50,000 value, 50,000 or more
worth of value.
$50,000 worth of value or more. You better know your value, guys. What is your number? That's a good point. What is your value number? What is your number?
Y'all better get in the room.
Come on, get in the room.
Y'all better get in the room.
Come on now.
Testimonies, get in the room.
50,000.
Drop that 50K. I'm telling you, I'm dropping so much at this event. I'm gonna drop. I just said, you know what? I wanna unlock the vault. Like I get the opportunity to be in rooms. I get the opportunity to be in rooms that cost $50,000 to be in a room. I get the opportunity to be in a room that costs 50K, 150K, not 50,000, 150K to be in. I get the opportunity to be in rooms like this. I say, for my city, for Oklahoma City, for my people, for Pastor Kelly, I'm about to open the vault up.
Come on.
We're about to drop it. So if you miss it, listen, it's probably going to cost you more money not to be there. If you want,
Come on.
something crazy to happen in 2024,
Come on.
if you don't show up, it's costing you not to be there.
Come on, hashtag opportunity cost for our business majors out there. He said, you gonna miss it. Your opportunity cost is outrageous if you're not in the room. I like seeing the money come across the thing, y'all. I like seeing that
too. Yeah.
Like seeing it. Our mentality, we get our mentality up there. We don't mind talking about the big bucks because we serve a really big God.
That's right.
We serve a really big God.
Yes.
We cannot. What would Karen do? Karen would ask for everything. Oops.
Come on.
Is that a Karen on the call? Just left a comment. Look at Karen. There's a Karen here. You know what I'm saying? Don't limit yourself. Opportunity cost. Come on.
Come on. Yeah.
She's telling us I have to take care. Oh, okay. They said, will it be on Facebook Live? I don't think this will be on Facebook Live. I will check with Kelly and I will let y'all know on tomorrow's, but I'm pretty sure you have to be in the room for this one. We'll have another live on tomorrow with another special guest. We've been doing Purpose Lives all week. We love it so much. Purpose Lives all week. And we thank you so much, Pastor Tori, for coming in, getting us excited again. We turned up again. Every speaker, every guest has given us so much energy, guys. And we're just getting a taste. We're just getting a taste of what's going to be imparted into us on this weekend. We can't wait to see y'all. Get your rest. Get ready. Get your notebooks ready. Pick out your outfits early. Be ready, okay? Get yourself ready. Get ready because you're going to be new. You're going to be going into your next. And we thank the next coach for being here tonight. Okay, guys?
Thank you. I appreciate it. It was such an honor. I enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. I love it. I love it. Such an honor as well. And thank you so much for sharing your story because I'm always learning new things. That's why we got to go get these books, guys. They have put their wisdom into books. Support, get the books, be in the building to get his first book. Go to the website to get his second book, guys. Until next time, we'll see y'all on tomorrow's live and live and in person. Share this video. Bye-bye.
All right. Bless y'all.